Alright, so battle report here for Sisters of Battle with my Dark Eldar allies. Desperate allies. They're really just here for lance weapons. And Dark Angels, the all Ravenwing Dark Angels. Thus, the lance weapons, they're really not that useful because they're just bikes. I guess it kills them, but... So it's Purge the Alien, which is just kill. And it's 2,000 points of Dark Angels versus 1,600 points of Sisters and Dark Eldar. I'm taking a disadvantage for achievement in our achievement league. But you get the kill points for my guys that I didn't get to take.
Oh, really?
I think so, because it's a disadvantage thing.
Oh.
I guess. I don't know. We can figure it out. All right, so on the Dark Angel side, we got Dark Knights, is that right?
Black Knights.
Black Knights.
Yeah. These are just straight up bikers.
Bikers, same thing?
Straight up bikers.
But that's got an assault bike.
Right.
That's got an assault bike there, too.
Yep. Yeah, every unit of regular bikers has an attack bike. Each one has a multi-melta.
Oh, so there's just 3 identical units?
Hang on a second.
Are they 3 identical units?
Yes.
Oh, these got meltas and this got plasma?
Right, yeah. These guys have meltas,
Plasma.
and plasma.
And then the...
Hang on a second.
What is that thing called?
This is the Ravenwing Dark Shroud.
Dark Shroud.
And this is Samael and his
Samael.
command squad with Champion, Banner Bearer, and Apothecary.
And the banner is Banner of Destruction, right?
Devastation.
Devastation.
Yeah.
Gives him salvo. Alright, we kind of forgot he has an Aegis line with some scouts and a quad cannon there, too. Also forgot to mention, there's some land speeders in reserve. In a squadron, right?
Yes.
Okay. On the sister side, there's 2 battle sister squads, one here, one there. There's an empty Rhino with a hunter-killer missile. There's a Ravager, a squad of Penitent Engines, 1 Exorcist, a Raider with a Trueborn and a Homunculus, and a Raider with some Cowbite Warriors. And in reserve, there's St. Celestine and an Immolator with 5 Dominions in it. Alright, so movement is done. The Dark Angels didn't steal the initiative, and everyone's moved forward. We're about to go on to the shooting phase. So it goes well for the Sisters Dark Eldar. Better than I expected after the initial volley of ones. This Exorcist does nothing. Those Penitent Engines run. That Raider does nothing, but the next Raider just blows up the bathtub. And it even almost wounds a bike. It rolls a 6, but the guy saves. And then the blasters on here kill 3 bikes. And the Ravager over there kills 2 bikes. And no one else can see or shoot anything, so the Sisters are done. They give up their 6 faith points because they're done with their turn. No assaults, and we're on to round 1 for the Angels. So Dark Angels have done their movement here. These guys come up to here, skillfully driving around the train. Those Dark Knights, what are they called? Is that right? Black Knights. The Black Knights drive up by that alien head over there. I'll show you. Black Knights drive up to this alien head. They activate it as a terraforming node. It makes all this dangerous, difficult terrain. They don't care because they have skilled rider. These guys come up here. These guys get in this tight slot between the trains. They don't fall over. Samuel and his boys are up there, and the scouts don't move. And now we're on to turbo boosting. Turbo boosting these guys and those guys. No one else turbo boosted, right?
Right.
Okay, so 2 units did, and now we're on to the actual shooting. So shooting is done. That Ravager is glanced, got hit by a multi-melta, right?
Yep.
This Penitent Engine's glanced, got hit by a plasma, and then the other plasma guy shooting just killed himself. This thing got glanced by a crack missile. Was it a crack missile? No, crack missile penned it, and then the Jinx save saved. Quad cannon glanced it. So there's been 3 glances. It's really going badly for the Dark Angels on round 1. We're not sure what's going to happen, but these guys are debating if they're going to assault the Penitent Engines and be killed in Overwatch, or if on the next round the Penitent Engines assault them and beat them down with flamers. This is over. These guys, there's 1 bike left. It survived the wall of death. The other ones got melted. And then it's outside of charge range, unfortunately, because I wanted to see this fight go off, but it didn't happen. So we're on to Sisters round 2. So, Sisters Dark Eldar, on the outflank, this thing came in, Dominions got out. This quad cannon's about to shoot something, I think. They got 4 faith points. Penitent engines come running up. These two come over here. We're keeping our 6-inch spacing at the beginning of movement. Exorcist comes and turns a little bit, so I can at least shoot someone over there. The empty Rhino with the Hunter Killer is sitting here. Ravager backs up because it doesn't want to get assaulted. And, alright, we're going to do the Interceptor. So, shoot something. So, a girl dies. So they're not going to run. And we're on to our shooting. Alright, so shooting is over. It went badly, but not horrible. Samuel took a wound from a splinter rifle. Scouts. These girls killed 2 scouts. Really wasn't that impressive. Exorcist kills a bike, and the Ravager kills like a bike and a half. And these Penitent engines can't actually hit Samuel because they're a millimeter or less. The template touches both things but doesn't cross over it, so we didn't give it to him. And so we're on to the assaults. Yeah, so Penitent engines charge and the plasma guns. 4 hits on Overwatch. Crazy. And it just blows that sucker up. It wrecks him, but it penned on the last hull point, so she is exploded. And we're on to Dark Angels round 2. The Dark Angels, they have a special leadership. What is it? Tactical planning. They get to bring in their reserve on a roll of 2 up, and they rolled a 1. So it didn't happen. And then on the rest of the movement, the Dark Knights come up here threatening this guy or the girls. Those guys are up there. These guys drive through the dangerous terrain. He passes his dangerous terrain. Well, he passes his armor save. Samuel's threatening something over here, and those scouts don't move at all. And we're on to shooting. Shooting is done. This thing lost a hull point. That sucker got immobilized and lost a hull point. This Raider with the Homunculus and the Trueborn on it lost a hull point and it's immobilized. I don't think there's anything else. No. Okay. A girls got shot, but they saved. The charge failed. And there's no other charges. Unless Samuel's ballsy as hell. Yeah, okay. So, St. Celestine deep strikes, bullseye, lands right here with her squad of Seraphim. The Sisters got 3 faith points. And then the movement begins. The Ravager, it knows it's going to die. It can't keep backing away, so it just gets up in the face of the Knights, hoping to delay them for a round when they decide to shoot or assault it. Penitent engine ditches his buddy, lets the buddy suffer. Girls come moving up to the edge of the building. Rhino backs away. Exorcist drives over here. These Trueborn with blasters jump out of this immobilized Raider, and the other Raider comes driving up. This thing stays 6 inches away and parks between girls and something down that way. There's no real use. We'll turn it to make sure we're absolutely 6 inches away. Dominions move over here by the quad cannon. That's it. Alright, so we're done with shooting, and there's a lot of death. There's 1 bike left in that squad. Got tons of lances and bolts and meltas and such. Killed some Dark Knights with a squad of girls. There's 1 scout left. We don't know if he's running yet. Blasters took out guys there. Penitent engine ran. And we're on to the assaults, and there are none because... Oh, there's going to be an assault, so let's see if this guy's running first. So the assaults happen. These Dominions assault that scout. He rallies after almost running off the board. Snapfires, hits 1, and then the Aegis wall protects the Sisters, and nothing happens. They fail their charge, and no one else is doing anything, so we need to find out this bike is running. Even though he's stubborn, right?
Yeah, they all are.
But if you roll like last time, yeah, he's good. All right. They didn't lose enough. They lost 2. All right, so on to Dark Angels round 3. So the movement, Dark Angels, this scout gets really close to the quad cannon, so he can try to... I don't know what he's going to do with it, because we're going to kill him, I think. Dark Angels just moving away from this. Samuel and boys are coming over here. Bike squad's coming up. Deep strike and land speeders all landed there. And then the Knights and the lone guy with plasma gun there. Is that Melta or Plasma? Melta. Oh, he's going to hurt the Pent engine, I think. They're there. Yeah, and so we're on to On to the shooting. So the shooting, sisters are getting mowed down. You'll notice that Homunculus and his squad, they're gone. These girls lost someone, but they're steadfast. St. Celestine dies from plasma. And who knows why, but those Seraphins stick around, which is a really bad plan because the Dark Black Knights or whatever, they're going to just mow them down. Hardcore death. And so we're on to the assault phase. And, this Penitent Engine survives the Melta shot in the face.
Right to the Fache.
Yeah. We're about to see death. So those girls are going to shoot back and see if they kill someone. So in classic Sisters fashion, 3 Dominions cannot beat down 1 Scout. They're locked in combat, no wounds to anyone. Those Black Knights kill the 2 Seraphim. St. Celestine's literally just laying dead right here. And I think that's it for the assaults. So summing it up, Seraphim and St. Celestine are dead for now. Dominions are locked in combat. Homunculus and Trueborn are dead. And we're on to round 4, right? Yep. So, movement's done. It's getting quick. This immolator drives through the Aegis wall, and the girl jumps out. Yeah, because models can shoot quad cannons. The girl's going to shoot the quad cannon, possibly. We haven't decided yet. They're still locked in combat. This thing moves. This thing's immobilized. That guy's immobilized. This guy hasn't moved yet. I'll do it in a second. Girls come towards the speeders. Ravager sitting there. St. Celestine is dead, as before. And, yep. Alright, so the end of shooting for sisters. There's a bike. The Dark Knights were killed by the quad cannon and some Dark Lances. That guy survives a miraculous amount of highly painful death. These guys took a wound from 24 splinter cannon blaster shots.
1 wound. What? That's one
wound.
For you, those of you playing at home.
Yeah, amazing. And we're on to the assault. Penitent Engine just demolishes, explodes 3 Land Raiders. Those girls actually won combat. It's amazing. It never happens. That's what happens when you get scouts. You're weeding them out.
Whatever.
They don't know how to ride bikes yet.
Just needed somebody to sit on that quad gun.
And so we're on to round 4 for the Dark Angels. The movement is done. This guy comes right up behind this immobilized Penitent Engine. I think we know what's going to happen. These guys are within the salvo banner range as deployed, so they're close to killing something. And they're coming up on the 3 Dominions who are mounting the quad cannon. So shooting goes poorly once again for the Sisters Dark Eldar. Except there's 2 Dominions still alive that survived the plasma barrage. And that Dark Eldar Raider, which had no one on it, blew up. Penitent Engine feels penitent, blows up. Got multi-melted in the back. And we're on to assault. So what happens here... Jim's about to quit. Samuel and squad charge. Dominions shoot them with quad cannon. Wounds 1, the apothecary, he falls over. He feels no pain. He felt it. And then they rolled a 2. Yes, actually a 2 on the charge distance. So the Dominions are still alive. The sisters are very hopeful that things have turned around. But we're not sure here. St. Celestine got back up with full wounds. She mocks him for failing his 2-inch charge. And then everything else pretty much moves. These guys fall back. Dominions don't. They man that quad cannon. The immolator pulls around the corner. Rhino moves. Girls move. Penitent Engine moves. One of these girls moves forward. And we're on to... And the Raider just rotates. All right, it turns around for the sisters in the very, very end. This guy's shitting his pants, but, I mean, this guy... So it turns around for the sisters in the very end, but this guy is amazing luck because he got shot by everything on this side of the board and lived. Samuel's squad finally dies from splinter cannon fire, and we're going on to an assault where St. Celestine is charging that guy.
Okay.
Is he going to overwatch her?
He is.
All right. He could melt her and kill her on one shot since she one hit dies for.
So
let's see a 6.
Right.
Oh, let's see a 1. I want to see a 1.
It is a 6.
If you get a 1, then you don't even hurt me. 4. All right, does she make her 4-up invul save? 1. She's dead. So St. Celestine falls down dead. This is round 5, so she could be dead. All right, that Penitent Engine's also going to charge. At the end of Sisters, round 5, St. Celestine is dead. She got snap-fired with a Melta in the head. Just drilled her. She's dead. Penitent Engine fails his charge. on the guy with the Melta. And, yep, there are no more assaults. And so we're on to Dark Angels round 5. Here's what happens. Shooting. The bikes come up and just blow up the raider, killing 4 guys inside. The guys get pinned going to ground, but then they fail their morale checks, so they're running. And they get charged. The guy with the Melta that charges got hit by Overwatch, poison shot kills him, which is remarkable because he survived the entire sister army fire. And then these guys charge and they don't make their charge distance. So we're at the bottom of round 5 and we're going to see what happens. And the dice say 6. It is going to continue. All right, so currently I think the Dark Angels are winning, actually. But we're going to see what happens on round 6. So it's a top of round 5, and actually the only hope the sisters have actually is to wipe this squad. Otherwise, Jim wins because I killed 2 units and coming in for a disadvantage. And so I'm not sure we can because bikes are hard to kill. But we're going to see what happens. So we've moved. St. Celestine's here. Rhino just drives over some terrain. These guys are here. That thing doesn't move. Those don't move. And we're going to go on to shooting. So active faith on the Dominions. They get a 5. So Sisters and Dark Eldar kill these last 2 guys with table them, which is the only way they were going to win at this point due to number of casualties. But the Sisters win that closely.